What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for the starting 11 prediction for tomorrow's home game against Motherwell. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. As you know from before, the OneFootball app is the best football app on the planet. You can get everything that you need, line up notifications as soon as the team's announced on match days, goal alerts, league tables, pre-match stats, keep tabs on scores from around the world. You name a league and you'll find it there on the OneFootball app. And you can add widgets to your home screen as well. These will either have Celtic's upcoming game with the kick-off time and who we're playing, or they'll have the game that's just finished with the scoreline. You can click in and see all the match stats and the details on there as well. And in case you missed the news today, Dugout have signed a partnership with Celtic to bring us behind the scenes content of some kind. Dugout is a OneFootball company. It's owned by OneFootball, so I'm keen to see what that looks like, what kind of content that is. I hope that Celtic are bringing us more interactive, more open content from behind the scenes soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that as well. You can download the OneFootball app by clicking the link in the description of this video. It's a great way for you to support the channel if you haven't done so already, so click the link to download it and let me know what you think. Coming into this game tomorrow, Motherwell are sitting 9th in the table. 2 wins from their last 5 games, but those 2 wins have come back to back in their last 2 outings. They did get a bit of a bounce, a new manager bounce as they call it, when they brought Graham Alexander in. They've climbed up a couple of places and they're performing much better with their new manager. I was originally planning to come and predict the same 11 that started the other night against Kilmarnock. One of our better performances this season. Okay, we maybe did get a bit of luck at times. I understand that Kilmarnock are really struggling at the minute. They had chances in the game as well. It still looks like every time a ball comes into our box, it could end up in a goal for the opposition. So there's a lot of work to be done defensively despite the clean sheet. But given how badly we performed this season, it was one of our better games. But there's been a couple of things impacting that. Obviously, Albion Ajeti was given a 2-match suspension. The club look like they are going to appeal that though, so he should be able to play tomorrow. Initially, when you see the first couple of replays of it, it does look like he's dived, but there is a camera angle from almost the Celtic goal looking upwards, and you can see that Doyle in the Kilmarnock goal makes contact with his ankle. It's probably still a soft penalty, but is it simulation? I don't think so. I think if you've charged in, nicked the ball before a goalkeeper and he's come out, made contact with your ankle, that's a penalty. It might be soft and you might not like it, but it's certainly not worthy of a 2-match ban for simulation. So I'm really disappointed with that. Ryan Christie, on the other hand, looks like he's going to be injured. He picked up an ankle knock the other night, I think, so it doesn't look like he's going to play. Here we go for the team. In goals, I think Bain will obviously keep his place. John Joe Kenny made his debut right back the other night. A good performance. You can't judge too much in one game, but he looks steady. Looks like he's going to be a decent player for us if he can keep that level of performance up. He will be tested more in tougher games than that on Tuesday night, but he'll keep his place at right back. Centre half, we looked a lot more assured, despite the fact that I made the original comment about balls coming into the box and still looking a wee bit uncertain, but we didn't concede any goals, and I think Duffy not being there is a big factor in that. I think Welsh and I will continue. At left back, I expect Greg Taylor to keep his position. Again, hasn't excelled in the last couple of games. I don't think he was excellent the other night, but I just think he's favoured over Laxalt at the minute and he'll keep his place. In the midfield, Scott Brown came back in to replace Sorrell. I fully expect him to keep his place, whether we like it or not. Coming in, scoring a goal, and the fact that the team won 4-0, I think the manager was happy with that, and I think he'll keep the captain in the team, rightly or wrongly. Callum McGregor will obviously play. I think Turnbull will play on the right-hand side of the diamond. If Christie's out, then he'll take his position, and I think El Younousi will come in and play at the top of the diamond, as we've seen the couple of games previous to Tuesday night. 2 assists for David Turnbull the other night, 1 for the corner for Brown, and a ball through for Edouard, despite the fact that he was marginally offside. David Turnbull, again, at the heart of everything we're doing creatively, probably the first name in the team sheet at the minute. And up top, I think Edouard will obviously keep his place. One of his better performances the other night. I think his energy looked better, his body language looked better. He was a threat every time he was on the ball. And alongside him, I would expect Ajeti to keep his place. We talked about him in full-time reaction the other night. I think he's got a future at Celtic, there's no doubt about that. He's strong, his hold-up play is good at times, and I think he's a natural-born finisher. You can see that in all of the goals he scored for Celtic. I think if he can get a run in the team, looking ahead to next season, potentially under a new manager, he's definitely an asset for us, and he's got a lot to offer. That's the team I think we'll go with tomorrow. Like the video, comment your own thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back tomorrow after the game with live full-time reaction as normal, and maybe the Twitter reaction can even make a return tomorrow as well after a few weeks off. Don't miss it. Cheers.